Hello Internet, this is Nemo and today I'm bringing you guys a 10-minute video of me soloing a half the empty server. Now right off the bat, it's got 2 kills there. It looks like to be a good start here with the tank. Now one problem with soloing is that you have one less pair of eyes, so you don't know, sometimes you don't know where you're getting shot at. Just like right now I have no idea who is shooting at me. I'm pretty sure a combination of a jet or something else that disabled me. So like here I took off, somebody's still looking at me, so I gain some distance here and turn around. Now you're switching to the gunners with zoom optics and you spot. Okay, so the one thing about playing on a normal it is that it is much easier to see stuff compared to hardcore because of the Doritos. And people say that playing a hardcore requires more skills. I think that in terms of how you fly and gun, it doesn't really make a much difference. Yes, you can see easier. Also, you can kill much faster in hardcore because people have only 60% of their health. Now, you can see here that what the tank shouldn't have done is to open his 50 cal on me at that distance. It just gives away his position, which you shouldn't do that when you're in a tank and you're going up against helicopter. I mean, this game, helicopter dominates the ground forces, so the only thing you can do is try to play hardcore, so I can't see you easily, or you play defensively. So you try to hide where you're going and open fire only when you're sure you can kill him. Right? So I sped up all the places and all the misses. So as you can see that I do miss a lot of TV shots. So there was one death there, and that was the helicopter from last clip. I just killed her over echo. See, one thing with soloing is the skill that's involved in soloing. One of them is the timing between reloading the clips, and also the rockets. And because you don't have a gunner, you can't really fly that low when you're doing stuff. When you're in a gunner seat, because your helicopter is dropping, so you have to make sure you get enough altitude there. So this is a really stupid move, because you can see I actually got hooked onto the crane, but luckily I didn't die there. Alright, let's start up here and switch to gunner seat to find out where that last gunner is, but I can't, last driver, but I can't find it. So here, this is a really newbie move that he flared on the first one, so he got disabled by me and the jet. Now normally the pilot would go after when with rockets, but in this situation it's better to switch gunner seat because I have so much altitude, and he is hurt. Now right now it seems like I'm not doing nothing, but I was waiting for the jet to come around. I was hoping that he can come straight and I get a jet kill. Oh, another miss there. See, right now, since DICE removed the gunner flares, it is really difficult to solo. And if you want to get a good solo game, you have to be on a half the empty servers or against noobs, or you have great jet support. Alright, the second death there, I just didn't record it. For this one, it is way too far. I should have not fired, but lucky enough it was out of range, disabled transport. Right, so now I fire the TV. It gets 15 seconds before reloads, so I can only go with rockets and guns. Now you notice that I quickly switch to gunner C to reload the guns, so always make sure you reload. Sometimes I forget that, and then you switch the gunners and oh, there's only 2 rounds left there. See, I've used ECM there. Now he probably panicked out and crashed. Now this is an instant vehicle, so it makes extra hard to solo. Now here, I'm not even using the 3D spotting. Here, look at this. So I first lock onto him, only fire one to trick out his flares, and found out he doesn't have flares. I fired the second one, and before even the second one hits, I'm already planning to shoot him with TV because I know the two AA rockets won't kill him. So even before I hit, the TV is fired. And get a kill here. Alright, I think that guy just killed himself with the TV. Oh, by the way, I have to mention this. I'm only soloing here because I'm doing it for the video. I do have many pilots that are willing to fly me, so lay off with the comments on game ethics. Soloing is not encouraged, especially if you're one of those knobs that hides behind spawn and spams TVs. The same for new gunners. Be courteous. If you want to gun, at least be an engineer and should have TV unlocked. Learn to fly first and fly other players until you have unlocked TV, and then you can be the gunner. This is really interesting here. I got hit and made a mistake. Right there, you can see that I only have 1% left. I just got really lucky there. I thought I must be dead because the chopper was coming. And guess what? He crashed. So it looks like he doesn't really know how to control his dive there. Now right here, I'm not sure if he's intending to dive to dodge or not, but it was a little bit too late for him. And the Stinger got through the ECM as well. This is third death. Now I see the transport crash, so I switched my target to a tank there. It seems like it did no damage. I think that tank had reactive armor. And that guy jumped out in time, so now you switch to gunners. And you have to find the guy really quick. So when you this know, it's really unsafe to use TVs, so that's why I used AA. And he jumped out in time. So what I did here is I backed off to do the second rocket round, and some pilots like to charge around and turn around and do the second one. But in this case, if I charge forward, I probably will get locked on shot by many other stuff. So backing off to do the second rocket round takes more time, but it's much safer. Now when you're going up against the chopper, it is really to be fixated when you're trying to lock onto them, and that's the easiest time to TV them because they have the pointed at you and they're not moving fast. Now this tank has also has a reactive armor, so that TV did no damage there. The situation is like this: if you miss, you're done for. Well, luckily he didn't really dodge or move that fast. Now when you're firing the TV, when you're soloing, you should pull up your nose so that your chopper is floating down instead of diving nose down. ECM there, and I only got one shot, so if you miss that one, you're dead too. And that's the thing about soloing, is when they come in with lock-on weapons, it's really different. If you miss, then you're done. that's pretty much it, and we would like to record more, but I got switched because the team was unbalanced. As you can see, 30 and 3, which is not bad for solo, very good.